Canadian steel companies and union workers are meeting with members of Parliament today to push for a stronger response to U.S. tariffs. It comes as a new poll finds more than a quarter of Canadians see the U.S. as an enemy. CTV's Kamail Karamali joins us live with more. Kamail, the federal government under increasing pressure to hit back against these U.S. tariffs. What are Canadian steel companies saying?
These steel producers and union workers will be joined by Ontario Premier Doug Ford as well in increasing that pressure to strike back against the doubling of these duties. As we very well know, Trump increased the tariffs on steel and aluminum from 25% to 50% yesterday. And steel producers are saying that is dealing a devastating blow to their industry. They're saying every day that they go without retaliatory tariffs is a loss of money, is a loss of resources. Prime Minister Mark Carney has said the government will take some time to craft a response to the increase in U.S. tariffs, while Industry Minister Melanie Joly says they're examining different scenarios to respond. They vowed to make a decision before too long, but these steel producers, they say that this crushing blow is getting worse each day. We are going to be a weakened sector in a very short period of time, they've said, and that these tariffs almost completely block Canadian steel from entering the U.S. market altogether. There's also an unintended effect that many people aren't thinking about, according to them, saying that this will also mean Canada's domestic market could be flooded by imports from other countries also shut out by the U.S. So they're saying Canada will likely now be inundated with steel, Jamie, that was destined for the United States, but now is being diverted to Canada, which they're also saying is very unfair for these steel producers. Not only are they being slapped with double tariffs, which pretty much shuts down any cross-border trade for them, but also now being inundated with, say, steel producers from other countries and other nations in Asia and Europe as well.
We're also getting some new information about this poll, which some might look at like it's kind of stoking divisions, but it's tell us about this poll about how Canadians might view our neighbors to the south as an enemy or an ally.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's probably not much of a surprise seeing the animosity and tension that's been building in the past few months between the two nations, that many Canadians, more than a quarter, view the United States as an enemy. So have a look at these numbers. So this is how it is divided behind political party supporters. Who views the U.S. as an ally? Well, Conservatives top that at 44%, Liberals at 17%, and NDP at 12%. But when it comes to political parties in terms of viewing the U.S. as an enemy, the NDP take the cake at 41%, Liberals at 36%, and Conservatives at 16%. But let's take a look at the main numbers across the board. 1,500 Canadians were polled for this, and look at that. Those who view the United States as an ally is at 27%. Those who view the U.S. as an enemy, more than a quarter of those polled say that the U.S. is considered an enemy country to them at 26%, and neutral at 30%. And it's a real big divide between men and women. Specifically, 30% of women say that they believe the U.S. is an enemy versus 22% of men saying that they view the United States as an enemy. So yes, very much the question itself stoking a bit of division, but we hear it anecdotally all the time. I don't know what your circle of friends is like, but a lot of people saying that, nope, we don't want to support the U.S. or head down there as well. And you're seeing that in the polling numbers now.
That's CTV's Kamail Karamali. Appreciate that update. Thank you.
You're welcome.